What's going on, everyone? So, not all hope is lost yet, right? That Minnesota game was not the route in which the Lakers wanted to go for game one, but it is one game. And it is game one. And the Lakers in the past have shown that, they tend to lose game ones on championship runs. Just saying. Two, LeBron is notorious for losing game ones, right? Feel it out game, figure it out game. He didn't have a great game in game one. I trust him to bounce back. I trust him to be fine. I trust him to figure it out. But, again, I don't want to undersell game one's loss, but I also don't think we should overreact, right? Talk about all the time. Got to stay in the middle, even keel. Right, not the pendulum where it's like, oh my God, Lakers are. Like, you're always gonna have the overreactions. You're always gonna have the responses. Right, Lakers could be up 3-0 in the series and they lose one game, and everyone's like, oh, Lakers are gonna be the first team to lose a 3-0 lead. Right, like it comes with the territory. Right, it's fine, but we have to understand the circumstances and the situation. Right, Lakers didn't show up. They had a poor performance across the board. Right? Outside of like Luka and Jared Vanderbilt, no one else was really worth writing home about. Right? Minnesota had about as good and perfect of a game as you can. I mean, they hit 21 of 42 threes. You could let Minnesota shoot three-pointers like free throws 42 times, and they probably wouldn't hit 21 out of 42 threes. Right? Guys like Jaden McDaniels scored 25 points and was their best player. Jaden McDaniels might not score 25 points again in the entire playoffs. He might not score 25 points in this playoffs or next playoffs, right? Like, look, I don't want to undersell the Lakers' ailments because the Lakers were not great. Lakers lost that game because of just, again, lack of shooting, lack of hustle, lack of effort, lack of physicality, Lakers did a lot of that was the Lakers' own doing, but also a good amount of it was just Minnesota showing up and the Lakers did it, which, you credit Minnesota, you tip your cap to them, tell them, hey, great game. We'll see you game two, but you have to win game two, right? If Lakers lose game two, we're having a very different conversation. Now, again, it's not over until you lose 4 times, but are they really going to beat Minnesota twice in Minnesota? Probably not. I think the Lakers beat them once in Minnesota. I'm very confident about that. But, you lost home court. You lost the momentum, right? You just like a basketball game, you can get it back. Basketball is a game of runs, right? Playoffs are a game of runs. You see teams go 2-0, Denver and Minnesota last year, right? Minnesota wins 2 road games. Denver wins 2 road games, right? So it can be done. It's possible, right? But the Lakers also aren't Denver, and the Lakers have a lot of just holes and issues. I talked about it. Lakers aren't good enough to just take quarters off or take possessions off or take whatever off, right? Lakers have to play essentially perfect basketball. Lakers have to essentially handle the business that they need to handle, right? They have to bring the effort, the energy, and they have to match the physicality of opposing teams. They have to hit their shots, right? Did a whole video about Lakers living and dying with the 3 ball and how, guys got to hit shots, as simple as it sounds. But you see it. Lakers become so much easier to defend when they're not hitting shots. Minnesota wasn't worried about the Lakers hitting shots because nobody was. Look at guys like Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent, all these guys, they're 1 of 5 from 3. It's why would we, if they start hitting shots, we'll make the adjustment. But until then, right, let's try to contain Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic as much as possible, right? And, you have to make them pay. Minnesota made the Lakers pay. Lakers overhelped, overextended, packed the interior, right? And conceded open shots to guys that made them pay, that hit shots and put the Lakers in just a really bad position, right? So, again, I don't think it is panic mode. I don't think it's the sky is falling. I don't think it's, I think the Lakers are still fine, right? I still believe the Lakers win this series. talked about probably win it in 6, which means the Lakers are going to lose 2 games, right? I was hoping it wasn't game 1, I was hoping Lakers would have won game 1, kind of set the tone, establish what they needed to establish. I did say if they won the 2 home games that I thought they would win in 5, but I thought there was a good chance Minnesota could split these games. And it also was a concern of mine that the Lakers would rest for a week because, guys were hitting shots. Dorian Finney-Smith was shooting well. Gabe Vincent, right? Jordan Goodwin, Rui Hachimura. Like, guys, Austin Reeves was playing out of his mind, right? LeBron James was starting to get back into a rhythm. You had all these guys that were in rhythm, and then you just put a halt to that, sit a week, and now you got to jump right back into it. And a lot of our guys are rhythm shooters, and they weren't in rhythm, and they didn't hit shots, and you saw it, and it hurt the Lakers. So, again, I don't think that it's, Chicken Little, the sky is falling. I don't think it's, cloudy with the chance of meatballs or anything. I think the Lakers are fine, but there's a lot that you need to correct. There's a lot that you need to fix. There's a lot of adjustments that need to be made, and just better effort, hustle, energy. LeBron needs to be better. Austin Reeves needs to be better. I talked about it. We need LeBron and Luka to be transcendent and Austin Reeves to be great. If that happens, then the Lakers have a chance to win a championship. If that doesn't happen and Austin Reeves is, pedestrian to bad and LeBron is just looking old and, just not who we need him to be, and even if Luka is great and gives us an average of 37 a game, it's not going to matter. Lakers are still going to lose. Because they need everybody. They need all hands on deck. The Lakers aren't so good that they can just take games off or possessions off or not. Lakers have to, more so than probably any other contender, have to play 48 minutes of basketball. They have to play the best of their ability 48 minutes a night. You cannot take possessions and sequences and moments off. You can't. You just can't do it. Right? And it's something that I do think needs to be corrected sooner rather than later. Again, if the Lakers lose game 2, we're going to have a very different conversation. Very different conversation. But until that happens, which I don't think it will, I believe the Lakers will win game 2 and then split 1 in Minnesota. And then all the ship is right once again. And then it's just maintaining at that point, right? Handling your business, making sure you don't fumble, a home game again. Win your home games and you win, you advance to the next round, where I just think the next round is a much easier matchup. I think Minnesota and Houston are just easier, better matchups for the Lakers. Minnesota is a tough matchup. That's why I didn't really want to play them. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Phil, what are your thoughts? Agree with me? Disagree with me? Kind of mixed in the middle. How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it either way. So let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. If you enjoy these types of videos, I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.